There we go. Alrighty, folks. Welcome to week 4 of the Sundance League preseason. We are about to get started with our first matchup of tonight. We are going to get the scoreboard updated for you in just a second. Tonight we are missing our main man, our number 1, Josh Smith, who is unfortunately traveling because of work. So in his stead, we have a very good alternative, Jess Bernal. And might I say, she's quite a bit better looking. Jess, how you feeling tonight?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Happy to be here. Missing Josh, but thanks for letting me step in. Hope you're having a good time in Dallas.
Josh, we miss you. Alrighty, folks, we're going to get the scoreboard updated for you. We have Team Lee and Team Jacobson. Great to see a couple of new teams tonight on the scene who haven't been on Court 1 previously.
It's always interesting, the first game of the night. I think people have a lot of jitters for the first game. They've been warming up and are excited to kind of get started. But it looks like these ladies are throwing in some awesome lobs all ready to get started.
Wow, Kristen with the lob on the first point of the game, or second point of the game.
Savannah lobbed and then Kristen lobbed.
All right, so at the bottom of your screen, you'll see Team Lee with Lily Goodwin and Avon Lee. And representing Team Jacobson, we have Savannah and Kristen at the top of your screen. Oh, Kristen getting a little sendy there. Right idea to go for the Ernie, but a great dink by Lily just to keep it short in the middle, and Kristen couldn't get back to it. Three, 4, Team Jacobson serving.
There's a lot going.
5-3.
Ooh, a short ball by Kristen, and she puts it away. Short ball by Kristen, she puts it away. That's a great move. You know, everybody expects you to hit it back deep. So when you cut those balls short.
You know, that's a good point there, good exchange. Jess, one thing I'm already seeing that I feel like we haven't seen in matches before is the ladies are getting into the dink. We're seeing some resets. We're seeing them get to the kitchen. And in weeks past, we didn't really see that. People seemed eager to play bang or pickleball. Ooh, and a nice rip by Lily down the lawn on Kristen. She barely had the angle there, but she pulled it off, and that was a nice winner. (7-4) Team Lee serving. Avenly with the good top spin drop there. She kind of got what she wanted with a good setup, but then hit her fifth into the net. So I like the aggressiveness, though, on her thirds. And Kristen says that's how you do it. She sets up a perfect third to get a pop-up and then puts the ball away on her fifth. Jess, that's some put-away power, right?
That is some put-away power. Kristen does have a really, really good arm for that. High third. And then pulls it down for that second one. Good recovery by Savannah.
A fantastic third by Savannah. Put the drop right in the corner, and Lily was not ready for it. Oh.
Just beat by Kristen.
The backhand roll was almost there. Didn't quite get over it enough, and so that puts us at 8-7, I believe. A good little run there by Team Jacobson.
Good ownership of that middle. I think Lily was kind of trying to push towards Savannah's backhand, and Christine just jumped in there, took that middle ball, threw the point off a little bit.
Yeah, in pickleball, it's really important for that person who's playing the left side to stick their forehand in the middle there and take those middle balls.
Deep ball by Lily, though. Really pushed them back. Didn't give them a chance to scoop that ball up.
Yeah, and Lily, folks, if you don't know, Lily's one of those players that is one of the youngers in the Utah scene, has played pickleball lately with a lot of the older and competitive players and is really showing herself as one of the top teenagers in the pickleball scene here in Utah. So great to see another one of those competitors. Let's see if Team Lee here can get the changeover at 11. 10-9. And they do as that serve return goes long. So we'll get the changeover at 11-9 in favor of Team Jacobson. All right, folks, we're back at it. 11-9, Team Jacobson. Apologies for the error on the previous commentary, but Team Jacobson is now going to be at the top of the screen. They have the lead now with that miss from Lily. It's going to make it 10-11.
Those balls are so tricky. You set yourself up so well, and then you're flying in at the net, and it can be so hard to just be really calm, keep it composed, and finish that ball. We've seen a few of those as they've hit some really strong drops, run to the net, but then just kind of sail that fourth one long, or fifth one. Another lob by Kristen. That seems to be working quite well as a strategy.
Oh, Kristen with the full send, diving for the ball in the kitchen. What an impressive lob by her. A third shot lob. Really set that point up well, but good defense by Avonlea and Lily there. And we've got a ball on a court. Don't know where that one came from, but (12-10). Nice shots by Savannah. Good job keeping him back on defense. 12-12. Oh, an excellent setup by Kristen there. She doctored that well with the dinks and then getting a down the line finish.
And she did a great job of keeping those dinks low because they were pulling her quite wide. Good leave.
Jess, I'm telling you, that's the most underrated skill in pickleball, leaving out balls.
Yeah, it's definitely the hardest part of the game, I'd say. That and picking up the ball.
No doubt about that. It's always embarrassing to be that guy that's trying to pick up the ball and it's just slowly getting away from you with every reach. And a timeout taken.
Team Jacobson. Can be a good timeout. Looks like Team Lee went on a little bit of a run, and in rally scoring, you've really got to be careful about stopping those runs because it can totally change the momentum of the game super fast.
But yeah, absolutely. It can go because of the rally scoring nature. Teams can get a momentum very quick. So I like that move by Team Jacobson to take a timeout.
I think it's really smart too to use your timeouts every game. That's an awesome strategy as a way to reset yourself and kill your opponent's momentum. And I don't think very many people keep that in mind of like, this is a great opportunity for you to stop or run. You just have to be aware of the timeouts that you do have and take advantage of those.
15-12, Team Lee serving. A backhand to a backhand there. It seems like neither one of them really got over it enough to get Thompson on to keep the ball in bounds, but Avonlea did potentially save Savannah there on an out ball. A great step over by Kristen to poach that ball, and I think we're on a 4 or 5 point run now, Jess. 17-12.
Yep. They came in at 12-12, so 17-12, that's a 5-point run. This is when things get pretty dangerous.
Savannah wants that one back. Almost got to the net there. 13-17. Wow. Kristen, I don't think hit the ball the way she meant to do. It kind of like slid off her paddle.
Really well.
But it worked. The ball goes over the net. It works, right?
I will say, most of those mishits, a lot of mishits can work to your advantage because they're so unexpected.
No one knows where the ball's going. Ooh.
Nice shot.
It was in. That ball clipped the line. (14-18), a nice little response by Team Jacobson. Jess, I'm noticing that Team Jacobson in the last couple points here as Team Lee has gone on the run, they've really struggled to get to the net. Their thirds haven't been quite low enough, and so they're losing a lot of points in transition.
And I feel like that's what happens when you start to go, when the other team starts to go on a run, the first thing that seems to suffer is the simplest shot, your drop. You get a little tense, get a little nervous, pop up the ball a little bit too high. So it's really good to just be able to keep calm, loose grip, focus on getting that ball over. But wins change quickly.
16-19, Team Jacobson getting the second win here. Now those drops by Avonlea are dropping. That one unfortunately didn't, but she has some Thompson on those shots. Okay, a nice hold by Team Jacobson there, 17-20.
Wow, great block by Kristen. And great shot by Avonlea as well. That's a really good dink.
I like the way these points are turning. That was a longer dink rally than we've seen before. And there's a lot of pressure in those dink rallies. It's really easy to get nice and tense. I almost caught that ball.
Hero of the hour.
Okay, 2018, another game point here for Team Lee. Oh, Savannah was on the run there, and she finally made it to the net, but a great dink by a little bit too much spin on it. And Team Jacobson is now 19-20, Jess. We might see it again in our first game, a comeback when the other team's frozen at 20.
Hard part about rally scoring is the comeback comes a little too fast.
Oh, Lily, a little bit indecision there. Didn't know if it was in or out. I think that ball was falling in.
Yeah, she hit it pretty down, so I think it might have landed on the back of the ball. Game point again for Team Lee. Let's see if they can close it out.
Oh, a very well manufactured point by Kristen. Kept.
But I thought Team Lee did really well in those last couple points as they stayed calm. A lot of times when you have that game point, you're over eager. You maybe drive the third, get really excited. They took their time getting to the net and tried to finish the point strong instead of getting overexcited, firing when they shouldn't. So I thought they did a really good job of closing out that first game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's so normal for people to get a little nervous or anxious, and on match point, they take shots that you've never seen before. They speed up balls that they never sped up, or they, just make bad decisions. But it was a great job by them of just dinking and waiting for the right shot, and Kristen attacked the right ball and got the dub for her team. Folks, if you're just joining us, that is game 1 of tonight for the Sundance League. This is week 4, the final week in the preseason. We have 6 teams remaining, and only 2 of them are going to qualify for the total of 8 spots in the main season. So if you're unfamiliar with the format, Sundance League, they've changed it around over the years. In the beginning, it was essentially a pool play and then into a playoff bracket. That was the first year. They've added different formats with how you can form your team, putting a duper score, a duper cap on the team like they have this year. And now the way it works is the preseason, you have all the teams that have registered for the Sundance League, and we play 4 weeks of preseason. Each week, 2 teams will win the night, essentially, and secure themselves a spot in the main season. And once they secure their spot, they don't have to come back in the preseason and play more matches. They are done. The rest of the teams will come back the following weeks and duke it out for the next 2 spots each respective night. So we've had 3 weeks so far. 6 teams have qualified. We are in the final week of the preseason. 2 more teams will qualify of the 6 remaining. And Jess, it's going to be a battle. We have 6 very good teams. They're all contenders for these final 2 spots. It will be interesting to see how this plays out and who goes home tonight with a chance to win $20,000 in the main season.
Yeah, I think it's been an exciting couple of weeks. I know that some of the teams here have been really close to winning in previous weeks, so I think there's a lot on the line. Everyone's excited. Everyone's working hard, and they put in a lot of time to be here. I think it's going to be a fun night.
We will be right back, folks, as soon as the men's matchup gets started. We'll see you in a few. All right, folks, at the bottom of the screen is going to be Team Lee, headed by Tyler Lee and Andrew. And at the top of your screen will be Team Jacobson with Braden and Keaton. Tyler and Andrew are some of the favorites at the Thursday night Moneyballs up in the Sandy Club. I like that partnership. Two of them, they've played together before. They have experience. They know each other's games. I think it matches very well in a tournament setting like this. Being comfortable with your partner is a huge deal, Jess. Pickleball, it's primarily not primarily, but doubles is the popular version of this sport, and so it's really important to find a partner that you jive well with.
That's why we don't play together.
That is absolutely right, folks. And here's a fair warning to everyone: do not play pickleball with your spouse.
Not as easy as it looks.
Hats off to everyone who can do it. Jess and I sure can't, and everyone knows that it is all her fault.
I loved that point. Braden reset the ball, and then Keaton came in and finished the ball. And sometimes I think that combo of somebody resetting and somebody coming in full swing is a great combo. Kind of throws off the pace, keeps it really variable. Great point.
Ooh, Braden goes for the ATP. I love it. Laughing at himself. You almost had it. Stupid post got in the way.
The post of the net, always in the way. Never give you what you want.
Wouldn't the sport be so much better if we just got rid of it altogether? Got what he wanted.
A lot of pressure coming from him. He's excited.
Ooh, another one into the net. Braden is going to want those back. Tough to miss those.
For him. I think that's rare, so they should be grateful. Have him while he can.
3 uncharacteristic errors from Braden. Though, to Team Lee's credit, they are rocketing their thirds. And Braden says no on that one. You're not going to get me another time. He overheads that ball for a clean winner. We'll get your score check here in just a second.
Man, that was a good fight. A lot of consistency from Keaton, just getting that ball back until they were able to get back to the net.
Yeah, that's one thing I hate about Keaton is that he never misses. He is so consistent in his thirds and his resets. I swear his net percentage of getting to the kitchen is, very close to 100%.
Ooh, interesting little lob serve, mixing it up, and a great drop by Braden. Just out.
Andrew had it. He set himself up perfectly and then just kind of shanked the Ernie.
So well.
He did, indeed. But Jess, I like what you said earlier about the serve. What do you think changing up the pace of your serve does in a game?
I think it gives you the chance to just give your opponent a different look, see if they can. You're always looking for those unforced errors from your opponent, and I guess in that way it could be a forced error if you're giving them a different serve.
You see it a lot in singles pickleball when the serve becomes increasingly more important. When you give them a slice serve and they're expecting a topspin, and all of a sudden you get errors. They hit it out, they hit it into the net. So, like you said, it just adds a different look and changes up the view for your opponent and keeps them on their toes. Nice couple exchange in points here. We're 7-7. Oh, it clips the back of the line. Oh, what a point!
What a solid point.
That might have been the best point of the match so far.
One of my favorite points to watch is when both teams get to the net and then have to go back to the line and then get back to the net. I think it's really, really fun to watch the teams work their way back to the net after being pushed off the line.
It's kind of like a yo-yo. Those points are so long. Oy. The Connor special right there. Tyler had a shot. Unfortunately, sliced it a little out.
Something I do love is that rarely will you see at this level points that don't make it to the net. The majority of players are getting so consistent that they're hitting their thirds. And so it's really, really fun to watch the points go longer and longer and get more and more interesting. Oh, great.
Woo! Folks, that is not an Ernie. That is what we call a Burt. An Ernie is when you jump to the side of the net from your square. But when you jump across the court, that is called a Burt. All right, so Team Jacobson getting the changeover at 11-7, but Team Lee wins the first point out of the changeover, so that puts them at 11-8, and now 12-8 with that point there. Jess, I want to go back to what you said before. It was something really wise. Oh, yes. It was how often players... Yes, such wise words. You said how often we see players at this level get to the kitchen. And folks, if you're watching and you're trying to grow your game in pickleball, right there is the key. High-level players increase the amount of times that they get to the net when they're serving. Oh, Keaton with the deceptive speed up down the middle. Thought he was going to pull it down the line. And he does it just in time, too, as another ball comes on court one. Looks like Team Lee's going to take a timeout. So again, yeah, as often as you can get to the kitchen, you make it a 50-50 battle against your opponent. Because when you're serving, you'll serve the ball, they'll return it, and when you hit your third shot, in most situations, you have two people at the baseline and two people at the kitchen. So that's not an even battle there. You know, probability says that people at the kitchen are going to win those points. So to make it a 50-50 battle, you want to get to the kitchen as often as you can and avoid trying to win the point too early. I like the idea there from Braden with that speed up. A little ambitious. 9-14.
Sometimes you can afford to be ambitious, though, when you have that kind of lead. It can be good to keep your opponents guessing, to still play really aggressive. So I don't fault him with trying to keep the points aggressive and keep the lead he has.
Whoa!
And that's, again, that perfect combo. Reset and then charge in. It's just like a great way to keep the opponents guessing. Are you going to reset it, or are you going to come in charge?
Absolutely. Keaton with the little scorpion sting, playing it safe like he was going to reset all those balls, then all of a sudden just attacked it out of nowhere.
And a great backhand attack, right down the middle. Ooh, just couldn't get over it, but still got a paddle. Really impressive.
And just, I think, again, that ball was actually probably sailing out, but Braden was so loaded on his forehand that he couldn't help just try and rip it.
And it's hard when you know you've given them a ball that's attackable. You feel like you've got to cover. You've got to be in charge of, saving the 17-11.
Andrew with the lethal backhand. And folks, Andrew is rocking the gearbox paddle, but it is not the power, it is the control. So all the power you see him generating, that's all muscle, baby.
Drops in. Those ones are tricky. They're high. They feel like they're going out, and then they just have enough on them to just drop on that back line. Tricky. They're high. They feel like they're going out, and they just have enough on them. Great drive. Team Lee sneaking back in here, 14-17.
Oh, and a timeout. Okay. I like it.
Time to take a timeout. I think that after 3 to 4 points, you should be definitely considering a timeout. That's enough of a run to me that you want to maybe reset, calm down, give the other team a chance to calm down, kill their momentum.
Like you said, it's tough to finish the game with timeouts left, right? If you have, you might as well use them.
They must be really hurting for commentating.
Excuse me, who is that guy? Did they let him out of the retirement center? Sorry, folks, for the interruption there. Sometimes these fans can be quite the hecklers. Ooh, that had a lot of spin. 15-17. Oh, 3 points in a row rattling off here by Team Lee. This is big.
A few unlucky ones. Really, just right there, had it. Didn't quite pull it over the net. Great shot by Keaton. Really pushed it behind Tyler. Didn't give him a good chance to reset that ball.
18-16. Oh, they played great defense. They survived several rallies, and then when Braden got the ball that he wanted, he just got a little too aggressive with it. 17-18, still a 1 point game. Whoa, Andrew getting a little sneaky, going for the ATP. It was kind of there.
I think it was there. I think he probably just needed to get a little bit more spin on the ball to send it into the court.
This is the big point, 17-19. There we go, and he gets it that time. Andrew with the Ernie gets over that ball and hits it down for almost a clean winner. 18-19, big point here. Whee! White tape is what I like to say. That ball is almost at a fantastic speed up. Centimeters away from being a great speed up. But unfortunately, the net is stubborn. We got ourselves a tie game here. Well, it's a good thing that Keaton finished that ball there because
That first one was going long.
way long.
It's hard. When you're ready for it, it's hard to move out of the way.
That's game point here. Whoa. Braden staying back just a little too long there. Excellent resets, but Andrew with a nice put away. We are tied at 20, folks. This would be a big comeback for Team Lee. If they can get this win and go into the mixed matches up 2-0, that's a lot of momentum. It's a big safety net.
It always kills me at the end of the game how many thirds are missed. You know, the whole game, everyone's consistent, but then it's hard to stay consistent at the end. You're feeling nervous, you're playing tight, and it's almost funny how many thirds can be missed closer to the end of the game compared to the beginning.
Yeah, I sure hope people are not keeping track of my missed thirds whenever I play, but we all have to admit that it happens more than we'd like to. uncharacteristic shot there by Keaton. I think maybe both him and Braden are getting a little tight, missing shots that they don't usually miss. Ooh, on game point, Tyler misses the serve. An unfortunate giveaway, but Team Jacobson will take it, tied up at 22s.
Just that lob serve again.
Oh my goodness.
What a point. I thought he had him on that roll. That dinko was so sharp, so aggressive.
That was a nasty angle by Braden. And Andrew just right back. Oh, just what a match we have here, 23s.
Tight game. Everyone's playing really, really well.
There's some talk over on the sideline, see what they're going to do. This is big. It's either going to be 1-1 or 2-0 after this match, so. Whoa, Keaton. I think that was exactly what Keaton wanted.
Yeah, I think he set that up really, really well. He just couldn't quite land that last shot in.
Another match point, game point. Oh, great leave. Oh, those are hard.
Lifted his paddle. I thought he was going to go for it, but he left it.
Those are hard to leave on game point. Keaton with some strategizing with his partner.
Not a bad thing to do when you're in this kind of position.
Oh my goodness! That was down to the milliseconds there. Braden let that ball go at the absolute last second that he could have. Oh, I like this. Ooh, I liked the approach there. They must have talked about it because Braden went for the third and Keaton just went straight to the kitchen. He even looked to see if Braden's ball was good. He just went. And Andrew saw that poach and so put it down the line and kind of put Keaton in a tough spot. Ooh. He may be young, but he is strong. Braden with the put away.
And Team Jacobson has put themselves in a better spot now. They're on the upper side with the points. They're forcing Team Lee to now have to get 2 points. Previously, they were in that position. Now, when they have the changeover, they're just looking for that 1 point to see if they can keep that upper hand.
It was close, but it was in. So that puts us at 27-26. What a game. Gotta win on your serve and rally scoring. Oh, good spot by Tyler. They're hitting all these great shots, these great thirds and resets, but we haven't seen very many dink rallies lately. Tied at 27s now. Oh! And I jinxed myself, because right as I said that we do get into a dink rally. A little short-lived, but a dink rally nonetheless. What is this, a 20th game point for either team.
At this point, I think we're all just wondering how it's going to end.
A missed overhead? Oh, what a point. Man, the gutsy move by Braden to hit a lob there. A perfectly placed topspin lob. Sets up a nice finish. And wow, gotta give applause to these fellas because a 29-27 game in only the second night.
Very exciting game.
Yeah, in only the second game of the night. What a fun matchup there. The crowd behind us is yelling and going wild. 40,000 fans behind us. It is sure great to be part of the pickleball scene here in Utah. What a match. We'll give the teams a second to organize themselves, and we'll see who our mixed matchups will be. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. Hope you had a nice little potty break. Grab some snacks. What's the score of the football game? Who's watching?
I can give you updates on other teams where things are at right now.
Other teams, including the Baltimore Ravens, 17-10 currently against the Tampa Bucks. 13 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Chargers are down 3-7 to the Cardinals in the second quarter. Hopefully, we will make these games a bit more interesting than those. Starting the matchups tonight in the mixed section of tonight. Ooh, nice little poach by Braden. We have Braden and Avonlea at the bottom of your screen representing Team Jacobson. And for Team Lee, Savannah and Andrew. And Team Jacobson off to a strong start, 2-0.
What a drive.
A nice rip by Braden. A conversation with Andrew and Savannah. Wow, those are some angled dinks.
Really thought Savannah did a great job pushing him forward, trying to take the pressure off, keep him honest there.
You're absolutely right. I think one of the keys in mix is to keep the guy honest by going down the line. Oof. What a drop by Avonlea in the corner. Sets up a perfect poach for Braden, gets what he wants, lets the ball go. We're looking at 5-0. That was an absolutely nasty drop. A backhand topspin drop by Braden. I'm surprised that Andrew didn't pop that ball up more. He actually handled it pretty well. 6-0. I think Savannah was trying to get out of the way, but her paddle was there, so she ended up just hitting that ball. Got it back well, and then Braden found himself on the other side of the court and couldn't get back in time.
Good lob by Savannah, trying to keep the ball in direction. And Braden just a little excited. Now that was a perfect overhead.
Excited to say the least. Those balls are so tempting. Ooh, a generous line call by Andrew.
Caught
You know,
Andrew a little unaware.
You've got to... I do believe there are some forces at work here. When you are generous with the line call, it will come back to you. I think Andrew very well could have called that. Oh, and there it is. Am I right or am I right? Jeez, that is a rip by Andrew. And Savannah struggling there with that reset.
Looks like we might have a quick turnover here. 8-3.
Savannah, nice counter. Takes Braden head on and says, "No, sir. No attacking me," flippantly like that. 4-8. I like the poach. Jess,
I think that's one of the fun parts of mixed for me is with the guy coming in and poaching, you never know what's going to really happen. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, so it can be pretty exciting to watch. Keeps it very interesting.
you're absolutely right. And it really is a challenge for the lady because sometimes us guys, we can be pretty chaotic or wild in our mixed play. And so it's really up to the lady to stay focused and be ready to hit a dink if the gentleman decides to let it go. At the same time, it's really important that the gentleman stays aggressive.
Yeah.
Sticks their forehand in the middle there. Braden's laughing there. let that ball out like he knew it was for sure out. It was indeed out, but it was probably a little closer than he thought. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Top of the net, and if that had gone to the other side, I don't think it would have bounced, which would not have been fun for Team League.
Braden was nearly falling over when he hit that ball. Okay.
You know, Braden does a good job of really punishing bad thirds.
He absolutely does.
He doesn't give much mercy or grace in that department.
Doesn't,
As he shouldn't.
and it doesn't hurt that he has a Holbrook paddle, one of the newer ones. Those are looking fresh. 11-6. Team Jacobson gets the changeover. Jess, what are you seeing so far in this match? What are you liking? What are you thinking Team Lee might need to do to change things up?
You know, Team Jacobson is dropping really well. They're getting to the net, and they're setting up good points through dink and then through really good pressure. I'm thinking that for Team Lee, a good option would be for Andrew to coach a little bit more, to be an equal aggressor to Braden. I think Braden's doing a really good job of coming over, taking balls, and I think Andrew could do a little more of that, help kind of level the playing field there.
Yeah, those are great points. Andrew has a powerful backhand. He likes his backhand, and when he gets it, it's a weapon. In mixed, he's got to remember to keep that forehand in the middle and stay aggressive, because that's what really puts the pressure on the opponent in mixed. Team Jacobson taking their time here in the timeout.
That I love in MLP with the teams, and even in normal pickleball, you'll see it with the pros, is the amount of people who are supporting players that really gather around them in timeouts, are standing behind them on the court, and keep the support going, keep their teams really energized and optimistic, and giving them suggestions on how to be effective. Andrew, I don't know how he got that ball. That was a great speed up as well by Avonlea.
One of those yo-yo points, right? Woo.
Right on top of the net. That's the second one in the match.
Savannah can hit those shots. She does have great angle third shot drops. I didn't even see that ball, if that was in or not. It looks like Team Lee on the sideline is nodding their head, saying it was indeed in. It's too fast for me to see.
Just long by Team Lee. It was a good serve.
That one was wide. Close, but no cigar.
But I don't always think that's a bad thing. I think it, even though it didn't work, it keeps Team Lee questioning, when is he going to pop in? You know, that's the power of coaching. Even though it might not be effective 100% of the time, meaning not give you the point, it keeps the other team on their toes, makes them question where to put their ball, and that indecision can lead to its own points.
You're absolutely right. One of the keys to pickleball is just to always keep your opponent guessing, disguising your shots, changing up your patterns. Braden's serve goes a little long there. 11-15. 11. Shout out to the commentators over here, duly keeping track of the score. We got your back. Oi!
Avonlea just couldn't get out of the way. I mean, she was trying to move. She knew the ball was going out, but it's just a little bit tricky with the height of that ball.
Andrew with a lethal shot, though, aiming for the left elbow. Can't get out of the way there. Okay. Jess, I like this. A nice little run by Team Lee.
Looks like forcing a timeout for Team Jacobson.
If you have it, you might as well take it.
Yeah. Especially at 15, you've only got 6 points left. You want to make sure that you keep that other team's score low. Keep yourself ahead. Let these teams take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. It's always the easy ball.
It's always easy ball.
You get 5, 10, 15 of the hard ones, and then you have to hit the easy one and into the net or out. Braden has so much topspin on his balls. I think if I was in Savannah's position, I think I would be sailing those straight to his forehand. He's doing a great job of keeping a lot of those loose balls.
Let's go. I like the energy from Andrew getting into it. Nice little bobble to Andrew. Got a little pep in his step. 15-16. Previously was 11-15. I like it. Jess, Savannah does have such good angle drops. Sometimes it gets her into trouble, though, because there's a small window for her to sneak those drops in, and when they go, they're great, but I haven't read that too well. She was so ready for Andrew to smack that ball with a great angle. Andrew put it a little more straight up than she would have expected and just had the raw footwork there.
That's one of the things though that I love about pickleball is, the vocal cries of discontent when you messed up, when you hit a ball funny. It sure does make the game really fun to watch, really fun to be a spectator.
Absolutely.
And I love when players can laugh at themselves for the silly things they do. Sometimes you just get yourself into the wrong situation and all you can do is really laugh.
And Avonlea is definitely one of those players. Definitely has a positive attitude.
By Savannah.
My goodness. A lob to lob. That was quite a shot. Andrew.
Corner. She gave cross corner to cross corner. Very impressive.
Andrew really wanted that ball to out, but just kind of grinded his teeth and knew that, that ball was unfortunately in. Gets it right back. 18-19.
This is turning out to be a great game, and this has been a really fun matchup to watch for both teams.
You're absolutely right. It looked for a minute there like Team Jacobson was going to run away with it. Down the middle solves the riddle.
And this is a game point. Just kidding, it's not.
Game point Eve, that is. Oh! Our first ink rally of the night. Not of the night, but maybe of the game. It's been a while. Goes into the net. Tied up at 19s.
We got one from Avonlea, get another from Savannah. And this is our first game point.
Interesting footwork there by Braden. That looked really cool. He did a full 360 after he hit the ball. Oh no, and on a missed serve return, Team Jacobson will take the lead to go up 2-1. A great match all around. Really good rallies. A good comeback by Team Lee there. Almost ran away with it at the end, but Team Jacobson stayed strong, pulled it out. Great game. 21-19 the final score. So you have a look. 21-19 the first game. 27-29 in what was an absolute banger battle between Keaton and Andrew and Braden and whoever he played with. Tyler. And then the third game, 21-19. These are very close games here. We're going to have a deciding fourth game here to decide who will take the win. And as you know, we are not doing Dream Breakers to everyone's dismay, so no singles Dream Breakers. We won't see the energy that we want to see in the preseason. But once we move into the main season, we will see some singles action if it comes to Dream Breakers. So hang tight. We'll be back in a bit once this fourth game gets on its way. Alrighty, folks, and with that we are off. Our fourth and final game of this matchup. Team Jacobson is up 2-1. Can Team League come back? We will find out. 1-1.
Keaton.
Ooh, Keaton very
Kristen
ready
tried
for
to
that
keep
count.
Keaton honest, but he handled it really well.
I like it. Keaton ready for that down the line speed up. Kind of like you said earlier, Jess, though, I still like that move because now Keaton knows that Kristen's going to go for it, that she's not afraid to go down the line, and so it forces him to stay honest and cover his line as opposed to getting aggressive and coming over and poaching. A great attack there by Tyler.
Connor, what do you think about good serves? A good, strong, deep serve. You think it's worth it? Is it a good shot to have?
5 years ago, I think people would have said, oh, just get it in. But, we're starting to see from a lot of the pros, Deckelbar, Tyson McGuffin, a lot of these people are pushing the limits of, what we have understood about the serve, and they're really turning it into a weapon. So I say if you can be consistent with it, then yeah, go for it. Why would you not want to take advantage of a weapon that's in your armory? But if you're not going to be consistent, if it's going to be hit or miss, then I think it's just better to stay honest. And
I think that's something Team Lee's, both Kristen and Tyler, have in their arsenal is a really good, strong, deep serve. And just the last couple points, it set them up really well for some shake and bake, some strong drives with their opponents still deep.
yeah, you're absolutely right. That's what puts them up 7-3 now to start this game. Ooh, Tyler knows it. I think he saved Keaton on that ball.
Oh, and that ball just clipped the net. Another net. Just out, but I thought that was a good push by Tyler. They've come out really aggressive in the beginning of this game, and I think it's worked really well for them. If they can keep it up and stay consistent, I think it's a great strategy. And Tyler was just sitting right there in the middle, ready to take that ball out of the air, and he got it.
Lily was loaded. She was kind of ready for it, just didn't make contact with the ball she would have liked. And
That's a
change over to 11-5. Interesting turn of events here.
This could be a dream breaker.
Unfortunately, no dream breakers in the preseason, so we won't see
Okay, gotcha.
that tonight. We'll end in a tie if Team Jacobson.
And does that transition to points?
Yes, at the end of the night, our commissioner, McKay Bowman, will keep track of the points scored in all of the matches. We'll add those up, and the top 4 teams will play a final third round, and the winner of each of those matchups will be the top 2 teams of the night. They will secure their spot in the main season of the Sundance League and a chance at $20,000. It's no small purse.
I love that we keep calling it a purse.
It is a purse.
Is it in a
Get
purse?
that bag. $11-5. Woo! A very nice athletic point by
Great
Keaton.
hits by Team Lee and really, really good pressure by Team Jacobson.
Yeah, that was a nice athletic move by Keaton. Kind of jumping all over the place. Great digs, though, by Tyler and Kristen. Oh, did he get it?
He got it.
He got it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a reach, but he got it.
Nine, 11.
Keaton's lob serve that we've seen a few times tonight.
Ooh, a little ambitious. Sorry, folks, if you're just joining us, lost the feed there for a second, but we are back. Wow. An incredible dig by Kristen, and she gets the ATP. Tough ball there. Some discussion on if that ball was in or out. I think they weren't sure, and that's kind of the definition of being in. If it's not out, then it's in. (13-15). If you are not here joining us tonight, it's a shame because we do have the sidelines lined. Lots of fans here to support their team. Obviously great to have you joining us in the live stream, but if you can make it to Club Pickleball, come check out the action in person. 17-13. Oh no.
Great shot by Lily. I mean, she just put that so softly right behind Tyler, and I think it was kind of just shocking or surprising. Is that out? Is that in? It was just dropped right on the line.
Poor Tyler just watched it go over his head, and I think it was in the blue. He's making sure that one didn't come back. (19-14), Team Lee pulling away here. And a wise timeout. Jess, I think that's a good move there.
Yeah. Down 5, just need a reset. Team Lee is playing fast. They're playing really energetic. A lot of fast balls, a lot of speed ups. And I think Keaton and Lily are doing a great job. They just can't quite get that up with them. Get a few points going. So we'll see if this timeout helps them reset a little bit.
Well, we've seen it before. We've seen it many times with MLP. The leading team freezes at 20, and there is plenty of opportunity and chances for the underdog to come back. So
Yeah.
let's see if Keaton and Lily can do it now. 19-14. Game point Eve, as our good friend Josh would say. Probably not the best shot that Kristen could hit there. I think she'll look back and probably want that one back. And 2 points, back in it. Like you said, though, Jess, you said it earlier. A lot of times when you go up and you're close to winning the game, sometimes you want to do it quickly. You'll hit shots that you're not used to hitting. I think Lily just saved an out ball there.
Yeah, she's had to save quite a few balls, so she might just kind of be in the pattern of diving in. Tyler's there to cover.
$17-20. Ooh! That Yolamada is hot. $18-20. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. And Tyler and Kristen decided to stack it on that one. Put Kristen on the left, and it worked.
I think even in mixed, it's an awesome chance to just get a different look. Mix things up. Give yourself an opportunity to hit a few different shots if you're getting into the routine. Maybe not making great decisions.
Getting another look.
Kristen feels like that ball was definitely out.
A good dodge by Kristen there. Keaton almost going for the headshot. Not intentionally, of course. It happens. Great reflexes by Kristen.
Kristen's got her safety goggles on, so she's covered.
Yeah, she stares him down. Hit me, Keaton. Ooh. Oh my goodness!
What a great point.
What a point!
And that brings us to 2020.
Those are incredible digs by Kristen. Good attacks by Keaton. Tie it up, 20s apiece. Oh no, and Kristen returns the serve long. 21-20, Team Jacobson. This is their chance to tie it up. Excuse me, to win the match. And there it is. 22-20, Team Jacobson comes back from being down, and they win it game 3. They win it game 4 to put them up 3-1. What an incredible matchup that was.
Really, really fun to watch.
Man, that second to last point there was a crazy one. I think there was just a lot of momentum that Keaton and Lily had going for them, and it was a lot for Tyler and Kristen to take on. And
fun one to watch, and really great playing all around. You can look at the scores: 19-21, 27-29, 19-21, 20-22. Every game was within 2. Everybody played really, really well. Good close matchup. Really fun to watch.
And the good news is that is just the first of 3 matchups that we'll have tonight. So a lot of action in that first one. We loved it. We'll be back here in a little bit with our next matchup. On the court, you see Brandon Adamson and Rob Crowther. Looks like Rob is subbing in this week for an absent Josh Diaz. We'll see who they will be facing. Find that out, and we will be right back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some more pickleball. All right, everyone, we're back. Getting ready for our second matchup of the night. We're going to get this tongue twister. We previously had Team Jacobson against Team Lee. Now we're having Team Lee against Team Adamson. So a lot of Suns here. Got a special guest joining us tonight, the one and only Bryce Larson. Let's cut to him. There we are, Bryce. We got you live. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, sir. I'm excited to be here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
Bryce and his team last week were the most recent to qualify for the main season of the Sundance League. Bryce, what does it feel, or how does it feel to sit back comfortable knowing you're in the regular season and you get to watch and have all this scouting time on all these other teams?
It feels really good, honestly. I was talking to some other people. I definitely didn't want to be playing today just because I felt like our team would have a good chance to qualify, but you also never know with the matchup, so it's good to have that security blanket because one bad game and you don't know if like a different team sweeps and they get more points just based off that. So it's high stakes today. So
Absolutely.
it's good to be just able to observe and watch, you know.
I think you're absolutely right. Anything goes with rally scoring, so much better to secure the win while you can.
That's right.
We're going to jump to our Game 1 matchup here. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see Savannah and Kristen taking on Kelly and Jackie. Bryce, what do you think are the keys to some of these games that you see? You know all four of these ladies. You know how they play. What do you think we'll expect to see in this matchup?
Yeah, I feel like for Team Lead, their shot is going to probably be slowing it down a little bit in the dinking game. Team Jackie and Kelly, on that side, they've got a lot of firepower, so they're probably going to look to play a little bit faster, I would guess.
And that's what makes some of these women's matchups so fun is the hands battles that we see. Kelly a little excited there with the start of the game, hits that serve a little long. We'll get a score check for you. It's going to be 3-1. We'll confirm that in just a moment for you. Clips the net. Kristen sails that one long. It's funny how the net just it seems like there are forces behind the game. Sometimes the net's your best friend, other times it's your worst enemy.
Yeah, hopping in the booth now.
Ooh, Kristen set up a great point there, got what she wanted, but Jackie reset that ball nicely in the middle. We'll get a score check for you here again just in a second. A wild point there, Bryce. You don't see that often, but
yeah, sometimes the best winners are the mishit winners, so good shot by Savannah, whether she was trying to do it or not.
it's true. We just saw that a couple times in the previous game as that serve return from Jackie sails long. Sometimes you're right, the mishits are the best because no one knows where the ball's going. Ooh.
Having some trouble with the serve returns.
Kelly and Jackie maybe lifting too much at the gym today because just a bit too much power on those service returns and two freebies for Kristen and Savannah. Bryce, tell us about the pressure to play on Court 1 in the Sundance League. You having played in all of the Sundance Leagues, what's it like to play? What does the pressure feel like when you know the games are being live streamed or you know there's money on the line?
Court 1, it's obviously front and center, so the most people are going to be watching you, so you got to be ready for that. For me, I kind of like it actually. It kind of hypes me up a little bit, but for some people I know it might get to their nerves a little bit, but it's just a good environment at the front of the club, so I personally like it, but it can create a different type of atmosphere.
That would be why they call him Bracket Bryce.
That's right.
Everybody hates Bracket Bryce. 0-4 in the pool play and 4-0 in the bracket to win it.
Yeah, so sometimes the bracket games are the most important, so that's when you got to lock in the most.
And Bryce, if I'm not mistaken, you earned yourself a nice little silver this weekend up in Boise?
That's right, yeah. Played the men's open up in Boise with Dave Hall, and we were able to come away with silver. So lots of good teams up there, so it was fun.
Congratulations, that is quite an achievement. Some of the local Utah talent making a name for themselves and getting on the podium. Was that a APP or PPA?
No, it was just more like a regional Moneyball thing.
Oh, awesome.
So I had a couple APP players come in from different areas. So had people from like Washington, Utah, Idaho. Like Jack Foster and Richard Livernice are from the South. So
Love it.
Lots of good teams.
Well, a lot of good names. Great to be on a podium then with that kind of player pool.
That was a quick little run by Kelly and Jackie that we saw there. Again, I think a lot of that came to some firepower. They were just driving and crashing. Not a whole lot of dinking, but they got 6 points in a row off that just by playing fast.
And Bryce, we tend to notice that in these higher pressure matches or specifically MLP, sometimes the players get excited, and we don't see a lot of dinking like we would if we were watching a PPA match. Do you think, how much of that is tribute to nerves or strategy?
I think it goes both ways, especially like when you're trying to build out a lead and get a little bit excited, you might pull the trigger a bit early. But then I think it was Team Lee against Team Jacobson. We had like the game with Keaton against Tyler. Both teams got very cautious towards the end there, so we saw a lot more dinking at the end. So I think it also depends on the situation.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, Jackie with an incredible speed up down the middle. Kristen was there for the defense, but Jackie again with the 1-2 punch and a winner with the overhead.
For these girls, the speed ups are working, so it seems like they don't really have a need to dink. They're just ripping everything, and it's working for them.
I think Kristen and Savannah, if they can control the point and bring Jackie and Kelly to the net. Ooh, that ball clips the net and goes into the far corner. And Kristen tosses her paddle there. I think wanted to take a timeout, some visible frustration. Can't blame her. In a game like this, when you're down and balls are clipping the net and landing in, it kind of feels like everything is against you.
I mean, they were up 5-4 at one point, and quickly they're down 15-5. So it was a matter of less than 5 minutes, it seems.
Team Adamson rallying out 11 points in a row. And that is the beauty and also the painful part of rally scoring, is that things can change pretty fast.
That is true. I think I recall you beating me in an Idaho tournament in rally scoring.
That is true. That was the highlight of my life and pickleball career. We drove 7 hours to play a 20-hour tournament in the freezing cold. Luckily, it was indoors, but we were trapped inside.
And it just keeps piling on, doesn't it?
Another net winner.
Net winner.
Well, like I was saying before, if Kristen and Savannah can bring Jackie and Kelly to the net, and then I say they take some swings, speed up some balls. Not any ball, but if they get a good dink there that they can attack, you've got to attack those balls. Otherwise, you're just letting your opponent get whatever they want. You're opening the door for them to speed up any ball, and they don't feel worried that they're going to have any offense at them. So 17-15 now. Make that 13 points in a row by Team Adamson. And we can all take a Breath of fresh air there. Savannah and Kristen catch a break, and they break that 13-point run by Jackie and Kelly. 6-17. Kelly, disgusted with that overhead there, sailed that one a little long. Well, looks close to me. Ladies call it in.
Yeah, I thought it might have been out, but they're generous on the call there.
Bryce, what are your thoughts on the new rules in the PPA with the 25%? Explain that rule to our viewers and your thoughts on it.
Yeah, so basically, according to the new rule, if the ball is more than 25% in, even if it's hovering over the line, then it's considered in. And I'm honestly not a big fan because they have the video technology to tell if it is in or not, but they're saying even if it's like halfway on the line, then it is counted as in. So don't love it, but you know.
So this can create some controversy if the ball is clearly out, but if it looks 25% in, they'll call it in.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That is tough. And with that, Team Adamson will take the first round dub 21-8. Probably not the best performance by Kristen and Savannah. They played a heck of a game in the previous matchup, and we ran right into this next one, so maybe a bit tired. Nonetheless, I'm sure they're glad that that one's not going into duper.
Should have a good men's game coming up. Tyler and Andrew just had that grinder, 29-27. So
What a match that was.
yeah, they came on the losing side of that, so I think they're going to be looking for revenge here.
Brendan and Rob Crowther. Rob, who's stepping in for Josh Diaz. This is a nice matchup that we've seen in our Tuesday night money balls.
I believe Brendan and Rob are previous teammates from a different Sundance season, so even though Rob's a sub, they have that chemistry. Always good for these team formats.
Yeah, it's been fun to see how the Sundance League will change up the formats. In previous seasons, we know they've done a draft with some of the top pros that we saw in Season 1. In Season 2, they didn't have the pros, but it was a similar draft format. Then in Season 3 is when they really changed things up with the preseason, qualifying, and then this year with the duper cap. What are your thoughts on the evolution of the Sundance League over the last 4 seasons?
Yeah, it's kind of funny that each season has been a little bit different. It was nice to be able to play with some of the top pros, but now it's completely shifted, right, to where there's restrictions on how good your team can be with that duper cap of 20.5. So in some ways it's made things a little more even. We're seeing a lot more close matches, but it's evened the playing field a little bit. So yeah, I think there's pros to that, but do miss having some of the top talent around.
That sure was fun to have them out. But also great to see some new faces and some new partnerships as a result of the duper cap.
That's true.
Well, we will let these gentlemen warm up here for a little bit and be back for the second game of our second matchup tonight. We'll be live here in just a bit. Alrighty, folks. Sorry for the interruption there. We're back in the second game matchup of our second matchup of the night. We have Team Adamson at the bottom of your screen and Team Lee at the top. Tyler, Lee, and Andrew at the top, and Brennan and Rob. Joining me now, switching it up, is Clayton Boydston, also from Team Boydston, who just qualified last week. Clayton, great to have you.
I'm glad to be here. This is fun it's better watching now I'm qualified.
Yeah.
Stress.
It's got to be nice and comfy knowing that you're qualified, nothing's on the line anymore.
Yeah, this last week is super stressful for everyone because there's only 2 spots remaining and anything goes, especially these matchups. Like it's already tight playing rally scoring now when the last spots qualifying for Sundance on the line. Everyone's tight out here. All these games matter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are some solid teams still playing for these final 2 spots, and there's 6 teams left, right?
There is 6, yeah. So 4 go home, and two will make it to the first week of the official League of Sundance.
Which we're all very excited for. $20,000 on the line. These 2 teams surely are 2 contenders for it, so we'll see how it plays out. Fantastic lob by Tyler.
That's good. I like that offensive lob to get Rob back, especially going after his backhand, because you can't really take a step back and take that on overhead. But really making sure that they put away those points. Ooh. Can't give away free points out here.
Yeah, we're starting to see the lob used a lot more in pickleball, aren't we, as a weapon?
Yeah, especially because these paddles are getting hot, and if you don't want to get in hands battles, just send it up. Especially a lot of these guys don't have overheads. Me especially, you may as well just lob me the entire time. That probably is a high percentage play. But
I will log that away in my pocket for a future opportunity. Folks, if you're listening, lob Clayton.
Well, there's 2 interesting teams, especially in men's. Tyler and Andrew are both relatively conservative, just drop and reset and dink kind of players, but both of them together is kind of interesting matchups. It's kind of good for rally scoring because the key is just making the most balls, especially when you can lose points on each side of the net.
Yeah, it's funny how the strategy will change if you're playing server scoring or rally scoring. In rally scoring, every point matters.
Yeah.
And so you can't take as many risks as you would if it's server scoring.
Exactly.
Whereas, when you're serving, you can get away with a bit more.
Slide out, if it's a first serve, you can kind of just go for anything, knowing you have another serve. Here, it's if I miss a serve,
it's a point.
it's a point. So
Yeah. And we're seeing that now, like you said, Team Lee and Andrew, maybe a little more conservative, a little more traditional in the drop, reset. They're up 11-6 now.
yeah, they're looking to make balls, especially because the paddles they have, they're counter heavy. So they're going to sit, dink, and hopefully Rob and Brendan can speed up into their paddles, and because they both have really solid counters, good counter attackers. So they're kind of more reliant on them getting sped up at and them creating the speed up.
Yep.
It's almost kind of a downfall because Brendan is probably the best counter attacker if he speed up on his backhand.
Oh.
I don't know if anyone's really won that matchup a high percentage-wise, speeding up right into Brendan.
Yes.
He eats that ball alive.
If you're speeding up a ball at Brendan Adamson, you better be dang confident that it's going to be a winner, because if not, it's going to come blasting back at you.
Yeah, you better either find the forehand or you better hope he doesn't touch it.
Yep. Oh.
Good take it from Brendan, just sending that ball barely long.
I like the aggressiveness. Brennan was committed to that point. He came over all the way to Rob's side, and they seamlessly switched sides, but unfortunately, Brendan just sailed that last one a little long.
I want to see Rob get a little bit more aggressive. They're kind of falling right into Tyler and Andrew's kind of game style, just kind of dinking all day long. But if you can kind of not really over-aggress that, Rob needs to get more aggressive because we can kind of outplay Tyler and Andrew, especially if we kind of speed up a lot more. Even though they have good counters, but just falling into a dink rally probably isn't the smartest idea, but catching them off on speed ups and maybe some driving cross like that.
Yeah, it's interesting how we're starting to see that even at the pro level. If you look at Ben Johns and Colin Johns, Ben obviously the best player in the world. People were trying to, play it safe by going to Colin, and the game is changing now where it is starting to work. And so we've seen players like Colin start to up their offensive game. So it's, super important for every player on the court to be able to play offense and defense.
Yeah, especially if you know, like, hey, if this guy never speaks up, dinking that guy.
Yeah.
You just know that dink's coming. But if you are even a right side player, if you know that they might speed up every once in a while, now you have to be on your toes. If you
Exactly.
know that this spot is a safe spot every single time, then you kind of don't create any value on the court. Especially if you know. Oh. And you got a balls coming on.
Ball on the court. Looks, so we'll go ahead and redo that. 11-13. Brennan and Rob have done a nice job in the last 2 points of closing the gap. Wow. Rob with a nasty rip. Looks like they're calling it in. I didn't see that one, but.
The driving crash is really working right now. Building that. Now we're back at 13s. Is that a 5-point lead at the switch? 11-6.
I think you're right. 11-6, and now they've closed it to 13 apiece. Clayton, what's your take on the net? We just had Bryce here talking about how, when balls are clipping the net, not going your way, it can be pretty tough. How do you handle those moments?
Sometimes not the best. I sometimes let the net tips get the most of me, but it does get annoying, especially if you get a run, but then the team just squares off 2 nets in a row, just like that, and boom, you're down 2. But
can really feel like
the best plan is to try to just, like Mario once said, the net is your friend. Don't complain when you get nets, because then you'll get nets. And Mario, I swear, gets the most nets, but the net's his friend. It's a great speed up.
Mario's nothing without the net, that's for sure. Mario, hopefully you're listening in. An alma mater of the Sundance League, a former champion.
With you yourself.
Proud to be carried by Mario and Garrett and Nacho on that team.
Nacho didn't do any carrying on that team. Nacho, I want you to hear that.
Nacho, you better be watching. 15-14, still a tight one here.
Great reset from Rob. I think he said rush that last ball. I would like to see him just maybe neutralize that point and then find a way to speed up.
It feels like balls always come on the court at either the best or worst moment. It's
Yeah.
it's never like a boring rally. It's always the intense rallies.
It's always late in the game.
Match point.
You just need a drop to get that. Ball came on, had a reserve, misses serve. That is the worst.
That is unfortunate. Score check here, 15-16.
Just long.
I really actually did not think that was going to be long.
Caden Fry is in the chat. Get right here in the chat. What's our take on the gearbox / mod combo here? How do you feel about the mod of the gearbox battle?
Well, I got to say, first off, the gearbox that Andrew is using is the gearbox control, I believe.
Still can get a little hot.
Still hot.
Not the craziest.
Not the craziest. The mod, on the other hand, has its delamination issues, no doubt about that. If you have the mod, come get the Perseus 3S from me.
3S is definitely a lot better than the mod. The mod is actually crazy.
Mod's a little wild. Some nice resets here by Rob. Looks like we're gonna We're gonna get into a dinking battle here.
Good stuff, Brennan. It's a great flick.
Man, that is not easy to leave an overhead. It's
I know,
going
that
slow.
might be the hardest ball in the game is leaving a ball.
Especially when you've had some of them just slowly fall behind you and kiss the back of the white line.
That's the worst feeling.
Really,
let one go,
yeah.
and it just, like even a foot in sometimes, I'm like,
Why did I think that was going out?
yeah.
Wow.
Great setup from Brennan.
Incredible spot, too. Like, normally on those balls, it's ideal to go middle, but to go back down the line, it's really hard for Tyler who's sitting, backhand ready, for him to open back up.
Great 1-2 from Rob and Brennan.
Brendan really taking the game into his hands right now, earning his team a game point and a chance to go up 2-0.
Yeah, they scored the last 3 points on Shake and Bakes. Do they do it again, or do they drop?
Oh, shaking bit. Ooh.
It's working.
Wow, an incredible get.
Reset.
Wow! What?
With a little come on at the end of that. Rob loved that one. What a comeback.
What a comeback, man. Team Adamson down in the beginning. They close the gap. They keep it tight. And at the very end, they just get a final push to go ahead,
Yes.
3 or 4 points on that final run.
They brought the energy. That's what we kind of were missing in the first half of that game. But started being a little more aggressive. Kind of were on their toes a little more, and they really took over that game. Plus, Dre had the speed ups out of the air.
Yeah, those were some. And that's the nice thing about rally scoring is that even though the points do go fast, it's to 21, and you have the freeze. So, if you start off not playing so hot, you do have time, albeit not a lot, but you do have time to, get back into it.
Even down 5 or 6 is always a comeback, no matter what in Sundance.
So, Clayton, what are your bets on tonight? Who are the top 2 teams that are securing the final spots for the main season?
Definitely going into the night, definitely thinking, was it Team Adamson was going to qualify?
Who do we have left overall? We have the teams we've seen so far, Team Jacobson, Team Lee, Team Adamson.
Team Tully and the Lightfoot,
Team Lightfoot. Got it. So of those 6, if you had to put your money on the line, who's qualifying tonight?
I think this matchup is going to make it a little different because I thought Adamson and Lee were gonna take it, but because they had to play each other, it's gonna kind of throw things for a loop. But I could see Team Adamson and Team Jacobson taking it, qualifying for Sundance.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, Team Adamson is coming off a win in the first matchup. We didn't see that on court 1.
I think the third round is gonna be it's gonna matter a lot.
Big time. It's really, as the underdog going into this 0-2, knowing you have to win both of your matchups, it's hard because tell us about the strategy there. If you're down 0-2 and you're now going into the mixed matchups, do you put your best team forward first? Do you try and make it an even matchup?
Do you know how they did in their first match?
Say that again.
Do you know how Team Lee did?
Team Adamson won the first match. Kelly and Jackie won.
Their match for round 1. Did they go?
I don't know.
I know Adamson went 3-1.
Oh, and Team Lee, it was tied 2-2. Team Jacobson came back at the end.
They need both games, so I would set their lineups, go for it. At this point, you have to go for it. So put your one team, mix one team versus their mix one team, because you just have to go for it and hope for the best. Because they're in a spot where they need 2 games. What do you think?
We're going to take a pause here for a second. Check our mics. We'll be right back.
Okay, it's just Clayton now. I have the reins of taking over. Okay, I'm live. Okay, we have the first mixed game. What is our score here? I'm trying. 1-1. This is a big mixed game for Team Lee. They need to win both these mixed games, especially for the sake of them qualifying for Sundance. I think we're going to see a lot more simpler style of mix, especially from Tyler Lee and Kristen Walsh. They're going to look to dink a lot more. Not going to be a lot of drives, a lot more drop and dink and just hope for errors, but Brennan and Jackie are going to look to bring the fire. A lot more drives, a lot more speed ups, and especially when Brennan and Jackie have such fast hands. Oh, what a drop from Kristen. Team Lee serving 2-3. Sticking with the drop. That is perfection right there. Perfect drop from Kristen. Tyler sneaks his way up. Sneaky Lee gets up. Oh, and he misses this here after a big 1-2. We have Sneaky Lee here. Okay. Oh, that's a perfect setup from Jackie. Brandon's got to put that one over the net. A little too risky on that one, I think he knows. Serving 4-4. Good pressure from Jackie on that high midcourt reset. See if we can get a little run here. Ooh. Almost trickled over. Team Adamson looks really relaxed out here. I think Team Lee's feeling the pressure, knowing they have to win this game. Oh, Tyler Lee referring to the drive. I don't know how many of those we'll see, especially after he just missed that one. Let's get the chat fired up. Ryan Smith's in the chat. Is Fry still here? Let's hear the love. Let's see the love in the chat. Everyone fire up in the chat. Oh, Ryan Smith. What's good, chat? Oh, another missed drive. We got a little trading of side outs just here at 6-6 now. Oops. Oh, missed serve. Now it is 8-6, Adamson. Ooh. Oh, that was not the highest level point I've ever seen. Tyler hitting an out ball, and then Jackie also hitting an out ball and putting it in the net. Ooh, great hands from Jackie, but she just put that one long or wide. But so Team Lee looking to play a lot more simple here. Ooh, that one just snagged the back line.
She gives Brennan a little glance, and Brennan just shakes his head.
Good pressure from Kristen. Ooh. Some of these midcourt resets are just floating a little high. Tyler Lee and Kristen Walsh are struggling to get off the baseline right now. But I want to see maybe throw in some drives, change it up, because last few points the drop hasn't been working.
And again, this is a must-win match for Tyler and Kristen. Not only are they trying to tie up this matchup and finish it 2-2, but they also went 2-2 against Team Jacobson in the previous matchup. So if they're hoping to qualify and be in the top two teams tonight, they absolutely have to win the rest of their games. This one included the next one.
Yeah, this is a must-win mixed game. These next two mixed games are going to be crucial for Tyler Lee and the rest of their team for qualifying. But nothing too crazy in this mixed game. I think we're going to hopefully see both teams kind of clean up the play and make a few more balls, but I think we've seen a lot of loose errors from both sides. Good pressure. Good takeover from Brendan on that one. Seeing the pop up and he's going for it. The killer instinct. Great resets. Oh, great lob. Oh, we caught that one. Great speed up from Brendan holding that one and ripping it off the bounce, catching Tyler off.
And that was a near perfect lob by Kristen. Brendan just got on his tippy toes and barely missed that one.
Oh,
Close. They're calling it.
we're gonna need a run here from Tyler Lee, especially creeping in towards the end of this mixed game. Good flick out of the air from Tyler. I'm gonna see Tyler kind of creep in towards that middle a little more, because Jackie's been really good at rolling Kristen on that forehand dink rally. Oh, was that in? Oh, he's calling it in. Comes around, but Tyler Lee's kind of just been more isolated in his side of the box. But I want to see him creep in a little bit, maybe poke a few balls at Jackie and get ready for those 1-2 speed ups.
I don't know why, but there's something so just like charming or like comforting, relaxing when Brendan like just smiles at you like that.
Yeah, I think Brendan knows the pressure isn't on them; it's on Tyler. So they just know they just gotta play clean and get it done. Oh, missed return late from Tyler. Oh.
Score check.
Okay, we got some betting going on in the chat. Ryan Smith goes $5 on Team Adamson. Aaron Kern asking if it's this game or all of them. Danilo, 2 hot and spices on Team Lee. Okay, so the net.
Any bets placed in the chat, we'll take a rake here in the commentator booth from any of that.
Yeah, we will take some. Wait, I'm thinking 4-0 Aaron. Oh, it's talking to Aaron. Okay, Ryan Smith's going out the 4-0 sweep from Team Adamson. Oh. Jackie not knowing what she just did in that one. Probably good just to laugh that one off. Ooh, Tyler's letting that mod do all the work for him, that little flick he put away. Yeah, there definitely has been, I think, errors on both sides. I just think the pressure of the moment of qualifying for Sundance is everyone's feeling it, especially even though up 2-0. Ooh, another missed dink. That was weird. Ooh, that one skipped just a little bit. I think Kristen's feeling the pressure of how many balls she's getting right now. Maybe see a timeout? Nope.
Where's Jess at? Jess duly noted to never end a game with timeouts left. Like if you have them, might as well use them.
Yeah, if you go out and lose a game big and you don't use both your timeouts, those timeouts probably could have gotten you a few extra points. See the first longer dink rally of this match so far. Oh, and Kristen coming up top late in these dink rallies.
And see, what I love about that point is that, like, as you mentioned, they seem to be hitting a lot of balls towards Kristen in this dink rally. But Kristen can handle it. Kristen's
Great 1-2 from Tyler implementing himself. I want to see him get bigger in this game. He needs to go for it. Oh, look at that timeout from Jackie. She felt the 2 points. She goes, hey, I'm going to call a timeout. Take a little break. Maybe just hope for an error in the next one. Ryan Smith, where can I buy a mod? Preferably a delaminated one. I have one in my bag. I can hook it up. But I'm not going to give it to you. $300 you can buy a DLAM mod from me. Connor is selling the Gen 3S paddles. He has most of the line. Top selling ones you have, or do you have the whole thing? You have all of them? Connor's got them all. If you need a Gen 3S, meaning superior, second to Mavericks. If you need a delaminated mod, go to the 4-0 round robin at the club. There's probably 8 guys using them, wailing at each other.
What do you think about paddle technology in the next couple months? What is the PPA is going to be toning it down January 1, 2025? Is that true? Is that not true?
They're saying they're going to slow it down, but PPA has a pretty big deal with Yola, and so money does talk. Oh, little skip. I can't imagine it coming down too much, but I think it should, especially because the hotter these paddles get, especially in men's doubles already, everyone's hands are so fast. Now add hot paddles. If PPA doesn't want these guys to just dink all day long, they need to slow the paddles down because then hands battles are possible. And right now, if you speed up and some guy has a mod or any kind of those foam core paddles, you'll probably just get one straight to the chest. Oh, what a get from Kristen. Oh, Tyler's there. Oh, jumping over the board on that one.
I love the hustle by Tyler there. Honestly, it's a great shot by
Oh.
Adam. Oh, sorry. Did you just get hit by a ball?
From court 15, almost got Tyler in the face. 20.
19 here. This is a big point.
Oh, 20s. Let's see if they can convert on this serve. Let's see if they can get a drop in. I think the best bet is if Christian gets this drop, is float it cross court, and Tyler kind of creep towards middle, especially with Jackie most time referring to her forehand going cross court. Oh, just feeling that one.
So tough to make a comeback.
Okay, let's see who's tighter on these serves. Oh, she missed it. There we go. So Brennan, Team Adamson go up 3-0 going into their 4th game. That puts them in very good position going into the 3rd round and qualifying for Sundance.
So Clayton, do we play a 4th matchup?
For points, they're going to be playing the 4th game. What? Yeah. What's up, crew? Going back?
Clayton, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we are excited to see you and the rest of the boys compete in the main season.
Thank you.
All right, everyone, we're live again. Game 4 of the Team Lee, Team Adamson matchup. Team Adamson has already taken a victory here, going up 3-0. So we are playing this game only for points. We'll see if it comes down to that at the end of the night, but still got to play for points. We got Bryce Larson here joining me at the table. Bryce has got an update for us with some scores from other matchups. Bryce, what do you got?
Yeah, so I got one of the matchups is already completed. Team Barrent against Team Lightfoot. They had a 2-2 split. Team Barrent won both the mixed games, but Team Lightfoot won both the gender games. So I believe with the previous rounds, that puts Team Barrent at 6 total wins, and Team Lightfoot is now at 3. And then on this other court 15 over here, we got Team Tolley and Team Jacobson. They're only in game 3 right now. They're split 1-1. So still a lot up in the air. It looks like so 4 teams moving on for our last matchup of the day. Looks like Team Barrent and Team Adamson are the 2 locks. And then as long as Team Jacobson gets one more, they're probably a lock as well. And then I would say Team Lee is probably eliminated, but we'll see how this game goes.
So who would be our 4th and final spot?
I think it will come down to Lightfoot and Tolley, depending on how that other matchup goes.
Interesting. So
Lightfoot has 3 wins. Tolley only has 1. But they still have 2 to play.
oh no, did Team Tolley go 0-4 in the first?
They went 0-4 to the end.
That is
looks
tough.
Like they actually just lost that mixed match. So I would say
And that was the 4th?
that was the 3rd. So they're down 2-1.
So they might also be out.
They might be out.
And Team Lee, though, they've lost both of their matchups. Or no, they've lost this one. They tied the other one 2-2. So they've got 4.
I think they lost.
Oh no.
They
No.
lost 3-1.
They lost 3-1. No. Oh yeah, they did. They did lose 3-1. So Team Lee might be out. That will be tough for Team Lee. They came so close, and I think they might just be out. Man, it's tight. A lot of these teams fighting for these final spots. That is what we call an excellent poach by Rob Crowther. Rob does that so good. He's so good at just watching the other player, trying to read their shot, knowing where they're going to put it, and jumping in front of it.
Yeah, so from what I understand, we've got the 4 teams locked of who will be going to the next match. These final games on both these courts are just going to determine the seeding for those final 4, it looks like.
So 4 teams we have are Team Adamson, Team Jacobson, Team Lightfoot,
And Team Barrent.
So now we're just looking for seeding.
We're looking for seeding, yep. Oh, what's up, crew? We have crew Uluila Kepa right next to me, telling me I have a frog butt.
Bryce, is that yours?
For anyone that's on the chat, let's hear if you agree. Do I have a frog butt?
Hey, is that yours?
Yeah. Great poach by Andrew there, and that'll take us to the switch.
Okay, Bryce, give us your honest opinion. In games without a ref, so 99% of the games that most of us play, how often do you think people step on the line or in the kitchen altogether when they're at the net?
I think it depends on the player. Honestly, I think some people, regardless of their is a ref or not, are going to be backed up off the line, so aren't going to be too affected by it. There's a few players though that when there's no ref are a little bit notorious around here for being in the kitchen a little more often, and I think for a lot of players maybe they'll do it once a game without realizing it. That'd be my guess.
We love to see it. Honestly, I feel like I want to film games just to go back and watch how many times I accidentally stepped in the kitchen. Because there are definitely some points where, especially mixed, where I've come over and I've tried to poach a ball, and it's a bit of a reach for me. And maybe I hit a winner, maybe I don't, but I'm too scared to look down because I'm afraid my foot's going to be in the kitchen. And as long as I don't see it, then at least I can't claim that I knew I did.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I'm never in the kitchen, but of course I never really know, so. We got 12-8, Team Lee trying to pick up their first win for this match. So far doing a pretty good job.
Ripper there by Andrew. That might be a control paddle, but he can sure still get some power on it.
Ball called out. That takes us to 9-13. Now, if Rob and Kelly can get this win, I believe that they'll be the 1 seed going into the next match. So they've already won this match, but winning this mixed game would be crucial for the standings.
10. So yeah, that's a really interesting point. I wonder if Team Adamson is aware of that, because they might be feeling. They might be sitting comfy right now thinking that they've secured the win for this matchup, but really the number 1 seed is still on the line, so they're down 15-9. If they want that 1 seed, they've really got to pick it up and finish strong in this matchup.
Yeah, because not only are you playing against the team that you're matched up against, you're also playing against the other matchups that are going on the other courts, so I'm not sure if they are aware of the standings. Brennan actually might be talking to them about it right now.
So taking a timeout, it looks like Brennan might have just done some research and found out, oh crap, if we win this game, we're the 1 seed. So not that they were taking it lightly by any means, but there's a chance that we see them come out and step up the intensity a bit.
Yeah, I think of course you always want to win, but having a little extra incentive can get you to lock in just a little bit more, and it seems like that's might be what Rob and Kelly need right now, down 9-16. A nice long dink rally going here. Okay, there you go. Right out of the gate, out of that timeout, it looks like they came back a lot more composed and dialed in. So maybe Brennan's pep talk worked for them.
Smart coaching there by Coach Adamson. Although I don't know if it's going to be enough. Down 10-16 in rally scoring, they're going to have to up the effort significantly if they want to close the gap.
Oh, great shot by Savannah there, going behind Rob.
See ya, boy. Nice question.
We love to see all the activity in the chat. We want to highlight a new player just getting a hold of a paddle, Caden Fry. Bryce, why don't we tackle that question here? Can you read it off for us?
All right, question by Caden Fry. As a decent 3.5 player working to become pro by next week, is it smarter for the guy to take more of the third so he can facilitate the point, or let the girl take more third so he can crash and poach? Great question, Mr. Fry. That's why I believe you have the tools to become a pro within the next week. I think a lot of the times it's going to depend on the team. If you have a girl that has good cross-court drops, honestly, I would say it's a better strategy for her to take a lot of it so the guy has the ability to crash. But if you're a guy with a strong drive that you can step over, take middle, and drive that third ball, that's a good strategy as well. So a lot of it kind of depends on the dynamic of the partnership and whether the girl's drops are on or not. I think that's a big factor, as well as the guy if he can drive and create pressure. Hope that answers your question, Mr. Fry, and hope that you can become pro by next week. And in the chat, it looks like Ryan Smith has confirmed that I do have a frog butt. Excellent question by Crew. Thank you for letting us know, Ryan. And there we go. Looks like Team Lee closed that one out. That could be the difference in Team Adamson being the 1 seed. They might get the 2 going into that final matchup. We'll see how the rest of it plays out.
I wonder if that's going to come back and bite them. You can't really blame them. They go up 3-0 in a typical MLP match. That would be the end of it. But it was smart by Brennan to know that they tried to pull that last one out if they wanted to get the top seed, but a little too late. And we will see if that determines to be a deciding factor here in the last matchup that we'll find out about tonight.
Yeah, that could drop them as low as the 3 seed because of the point differential. They only ended up with 13 points, so we'll see how the other scores end up.
Alrighty, folks, we will be right back with some more pickleball action after we find out our next matchup on Court 1 and the final 4 teams to play tonight for a chance to qualify for the main season and $20,000. Be right back.
Alrighty, guys, if you're still in the chat, still watching the stream, all the games have ended. We are waiting for our commissioner to tally up the points and let us know who the final 4 teams are. Looking like it's going to be Team Adamson, Team Barrett, Team Lightfoot, and Team Jacobson. We'll find out seeding. That's what we're waiting for, though. One more matchup. Should go a little faster since we'll have more courts available. We'll have 2 matches going on for each matchup. So we hope they go fast. We're getting pretty hungry. Alrighty, fam. We're back. Jessita Baby and I are going to take this last matchup tonight. Jess, be honest. How you feeling?
Tired and hungry.
Those
I'm playing at 8 a.m. and so I kind of want to go home.
Okay, so those three things do not make for a great combo for me. So we're going to hope this matchup goes quick and easy.
So these two teams actually just played each other. Literally, they just finished their matchup.
Oh, really?
Yep, and they went 2-2. Team Lightfoot took the women's match and the men's match, and Team Burnt took both the mixed matches. So should be a pretty interesting matchup. See how things play out, and if the trend holds. I think at that point, if they go 2-2, it would come down to points for who takes that spot. Am I right? Do you know that?
I think you're right. Yep, it's not just about...
And it looks like they'll actually be doing the women's match and the men's match simultaneously, so we'll be watching this men's match while the women play on court 5.
That is spot on. So things go a little faster. So for Team Lightfoot, who you can see right now on the left, we've got Connor Lightfoot and Ryan Fertitta. That's Ryan, not Ryan. R-Y-N-E. So don't even think about getting that wrong. And they're playing Case Heiner and McKay Barrett. B-E-R-N-D-T. That is pronounced Barrett. And my name is Connor, C-O-N-N-O-R, with an O, not an E.
No one cares.
Follow me, Connor Bernal _PB. Josh, we miss you. If you're watching, we miss you. Don't make me commentate more games with my tired and hungry wife. Anyway, so it was a kind of funny finish there because if Team Adamson would have won 4-0, they would have been the 1 seed. They would have played Team Lightfoot. But because they lost, they became the 3 seed. And they played Team Jacobson. Team Barrett snuck away with the 1st seed, and they're playing the 4th seed, which is Team Lightfoot. So it's not over until it's over. Now, I've got to say, Jess, I haven't seen actually, two of the... I know Case. I know the other 3 players as well. I just haven't seen them play very much lately. So this will be a learning experience for me as well to kind of feel out their playing styles.
Yeah, I think Team Lightfoot plays primarily up north at the Sandy Club Pickleball. I'm not necessarily... I know they do come down here, but I think they play more up north. And I'm not sure about Case or McKay where they play primarily.
Yes, Aaron Kern, that is right. That really is how you pronounce it. I just got clarification. All right, folks, we're underway. 1-0 start for Team Barrett. Great to have a couple faces, new faces tonight joining us on the live stream. Really excited to have Josh back. We love our favorite Aussie. Josh is traveling this week for work unexpectedly. He's one of the most important people in this company, and they needed a job done, and who else to send but Josh himself. So, Case will gladly take the first trickle off the net. Hope that he gets more of those as the game goes on. I'm sure he hopes he gets more of those. Team Barrett will go up 3-1. Nice overhead by Connor there. Both teams have not played on center courts in the last, they might have played week 2. I know they didn't play week 1 or week 3, so this might be the first time for both of these teams here on court 1. Quick rallies we're seeing right now. Missed thirds, missed service returns. That's probably credit to the fact that it's 10 o'clock at night and we've been playing for 3 hours already. Whoa, nice point. Good defense by McKay and Case. Unfortunately, it was short-lived as they got to the net and Tim Lightfoot put it away. We see that all too often where teams will give a great effort to get to the net and then they'll speed up the ball right when they get there. Sometimes this works, but a lot of times, I think it's best to just dink it out a little bit, kind of like right there, except McKay and Case were moving to the net. But, if we were to all go back and watch film, I think a lot of us would agree that it's best to just, dink it out a little bit longer as opposed to attacking preemptively. Oh, did he get it? Just out. Well, I thought it was a little out to me as well. It was close. Heck of a counter, though, by Connor. Little long on the return. 9-3. 10-3. Team Lightfoot's got to control these unforced errors. Can't be giving away points too easy like that. Oh, heck. Wow. Heck of a reset and then an Ernie by Case. And just like that, they get the changeover, 11-3.
I think this is interesting. Team Lightfoot is ready to just jump back into it. They should definitely be taking advantage of this break.
I totally agree.
Try and kill the momentum a little bit. I mean, this is technically a kind of just a timeout given to players, and you want to use that to your advantage. Looks like they got a point, but I do think that it's good to not necessarily grind it out, but
you're totally right. And maybe it must be the side because McKay sends that service return long.
The wind.
Must have been the wind, right? Ball on the court. Jess, I think you're absolutely right. I think too many teams, they're probably just not thinking about it. And that happens. You get so caught up in the heat of the match that your brain's not on and you forget to just, think strategy. But when the other team's got momentum and they get the changeover, you want to take your time, running right back into it. As much as you want to just, correct your errors and get it, get back into the game, it's best to just relax, talk strategy, let the other team cool off, hopefully. That one was a little long. Whoa.
Close.
Case misses the ATP, but dang, it looked pretty. Wow, heck of an angle. Case went back down the line there. Looked like he was for sure going to take it wide to his right side, but instead he stays to the left. That ball hit the very top corner of the kitchen, and that was a clean winner. Good controlled shots there by Ryan. It's real easy there sometimes to do too much with those balls and miss an overhead. Ooh.
Yeah, just overran it just a little bit.
Oh, it was close.
It was probably
close.
Closer than they expected.
Yes. And Jess, I've got to say, I have seen McKay Barrett play over the last 3 years, and what an improvement I am seeing in his game. Recently he was, a 4-0, 4-5 player, aspiring to be a 5-0 player. But seeing him play tonight, he is a different man, and he belongs here. He is playing some great pickleball. He's got some great hands. I remember that being the biggest thing about McKay, is that he was just a brick wall. So he's obviously honed that even more. I like that speed up. Connor was ready for it. He sped it up. Case had a great counter. Connor was there for it. He was ready for that counter. Fortunately, it caught the bottom of the net, but it was close. Not like that drive by Case. I bet he'll want that one back.
Yeah, I do think that a team like that could slow it down, maybe drop their thirds, and get them in.
Yeah.
But
Consistency's key.
I think that they aren't quite getting the points that they need to be getting in order to make this match.
$18-11. Yeah, unfortunately, I think Team Lightfoot, we've just seen too many errors from them. A lot of missed serves. That's a great dink, but still got to handle that one. On serves alone, that's probably the difference maker here. I think we've hit a couple serves out, and then Case, very generous, gives that serve right back to them. So 12-19. Check the ball. Hey, we all do it. Miss a point. It's definitely the ball's fault.
Great drop by Connor.
All right, got ourselves a nice little dink and rally. Great angle dink by Connor. Oh, they've got them on the run here. Wow. Excellent
Good
point.
coverage by all players. There's some really good reaches there.
Yeah, that was the
Great
best
point.
point of the game so far.
Yeah.
Whoopsies. Case not happy with himself after that missed return. Must be the side, Jess. There's been many service returns missed on... Ooh, I think McKay just saved an out ball. Wow, this is incredible defense. Ooh, and that ball just sails wide. That would have been a huge momentum shift had Team Lightfoot won that point.
And this is game point. Good lead by Ryan.
Good communication by Connor. I think Ryan was maybe going to try and take a hack at that.
Yeah.
Connor calls him off wisely.
Great drop again by Connor. An awesome reset.
Ooh.
And very unfortunate. Not ideal, but
Not ideal.
can't always control those kinds of points. But strategy in that point, really, really solid by Connor.
Another game point. Whoa. We all held our breath there for a second because Connor's shot looked like it might have been out, but it did catch the back of the line. Oh my gosh, this would be a big point. This would be a big point. He got it. Oh, that was close. Again, that would have been a big momentum shift, but another game point. Oh, and a great drive by McKay. Ryan just clips it a little too late, sails it one high, and Team Barrett will take the win 21-16. Final score 21-17. Jess, what do you think?
Great game. Nice job. People are tired. It was a good match.
That is right.
And sounds like for the women's match, Team Lightfoot took the women's match.
That's clutch. So they tied up 1-1.
So 1-1, and we'll see how the mixed games play out. On the other courts, we'll go get an update, see where things are landing.
BRB. Alrighty, so we're back. This is our final game, almost. But no,
Just
this
an
is the final game of
update
the night.
on the other matchups. Sounds like Team Adamson took the women's match, and Team Adamson took the women's match, and Team Jacobson took the men's match.
Okay, so they're also tied 1-1. Nice, an exciting last couple matches here. 1-1 apiece in both of our matchups. These final. Okay, so if you're just joining us, there were 6 teams tonight. 6 teams were fighting for, to be in the top 4. And those top 4 then play one final matchup at the end of the night. And the winner of those 2 matchups, those are the top 2, they claim the final 2 spots for the regular season. So 6 teams, 4 teams go home and they get eliminated, 2 teams stay. So that's what we're down to. We're down to the final 4 teams. And in both of our matchups, it's tied 1-1. On court 5, McKay just hit a sick Burt. I think that was. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started in just a second here. But in this mixed matchup, we've got Case, Heiner, and Jenny Phillips against the Lightfoot duo, Connor and Lexi. Every point matters here. It's not just about winning the game, but it's about winning it with a decent margin as well. Because if we finish tied 2-2, well, it's going to come down to points. Alrighty. Let's jump into this game. We'll get the correct scores on the board for you. This is game 3. Here we go. Getting a score check for you guys. 16-21 was the women's matchup for Team Lightfoot. So Team Lightfoot had 21, Team Barrent had 16. Alrighty. Four, 2. Some good shots by both teams.
So remember, these two teams just played each other, and Team Barrent, both teams won their mixed matchup. So I think that Team Lightfoot has to come a long way when it comes to mixed. Not necessarily a long way. I don't know what the scores were, but they've definitely got to fight ahead of them for these two matches.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. You don't say. Wow, Case coming in hot.
Something that I am seeing from Team Lightfoot is that maybe they need to accept the drop a little bit more, try and have a little bit of a lighter touch instead of working so hard to keep the team back. Like there, Connor made a great move there, just dropping the ball instead of trying to keep them back and giving them the opportunity to charge, to poach. Could be a good option for a strategy for them. Oh, and just wide by Lexi, but I thought that was a great move. She's keeping it away from Case. Another good option for her could be to try and push down the line, make sure he's staying honest, because he's definitely coming off the honest. And great get by Jenny.
Just wide. Case called it wide. I honestly didn't see it, but it looks like Team Lightfoot agrees. 10-4. Score check? No, that can't be right. 7-4 maybe? Couple of those. It's late in the evening. Sometimes it's harder to move your feet. Whoa, a great angle by Connor. You know, it's so funny. A lot of times when you and your partner at the net and your opponents are back, sometimes you just want to hit it hard and keep them back. But like when you do that, the angles are not really in your favor. A lot of times it's just staying controlled and hitting like a soft ball to the side where you can get the angles. It's not a hard ball. In fact, it's almost better if you hit it soft because then it's not going to be bouncing as deep and your opponent won't get there. But it's so natural for us to just want to hit the ball hard every time. So it was a very smart move by Connor. Just play the touch game there.
And great point by Lexi, just barely. She just really kept Case honest, went down the line a few times when I think he thought there was going to be a good cross coming. And Team Lightfoot making a little bit of a comeback here, 7-10.
10. We were 10-4. So
Oh, I'm off, 8-10.
8-10. So a 4-0 run right now. That ball is in. I haven't. Oh my goodness. She got a paddle on it. Case walked away and thought that point was over. And Lexi still got a paddle on it. So at least Case and Jenny put a stop to the bleeding and they get the changeover here at 11. They will wisely go to the bags, grab some water, take some time. 11-8. Looks like the other side has already had a changeover. When I say the other side, I mean the other mixed matchup. They're playing on court 5. McKay and Olivia Bray. McKay Barrett, team captain, and Olivia Bray playing against Emily and Ryan. Alrighty, here we go. 11-8 out of the changeup and a missed serve return to start it off. That is a good start for Case and Jenny. Oh my goodness, that is a rip by Case, but Connor stands like a brick wall. I was ready for it. Ooh. Great dinks by both ladies. Really, really good dinks with a lot of spin on them. Jenny got what she wanted. Ooh, just wide. That serve was a little long. Jenny got what she wanted on that previous point with the dinking, and, you know, it was definitely attackable. I don't think we would have faulted her if she dinked a little longer, but she went for the attack. Great leave. Yeah, good call. Honestly, I wonder how much partners really can listen to their partners when they call an out ball, because half the time I'm swinging and it doesn't matter what my partner says. Ooh, a close call. Looks like they called it out over there. We couldn't see it here from where we're sitting, but it was close. Oh.
Very close.
Looking at the replay, I think it might have been out, but it was close. Well, Case says ball never lies, and he jumps in front of that one and puts it away. And looks like we got a timeout by Connor and Lexi. 15-11. Looks like the other match has finished. We're going to find out. Okay, so McKay and Olivia take game, 3, I guess, against Emily and Ryan, 21-10, so they win pretty handily. So Case and Jenny right now with the lead. This is looking good. Oh, Lexi, what a shot. Way to keep Case honest going down the line. Now, I will say, even if Team Lightfoot wins this match, this game right here, McKay and Olivia got a 21-10 win, which is a huge point differential. So I'm not sure if Team Lightfoot will be able to come back from that. They got to win to even keep their hopes alive. But even if they do win, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love the defense. I love the defense by Connor and Lexi. Incredible display of athleticism going back and forth for those balls. Also an incredible overhead by Jenny as she was backing up. Getting some score corrections. Oh, looked like a repeat of the previous point there. We got 18-13. Case just shrugs his shoulders. Case, what are you doing there? Wow. Wow. Wow.
Point. A very, very solid point by both teams. Great defense, great offense.
Man, I thought that point was going to end like 5 shots earlier. Ooh, I love it.
A really good shake and bake setup for each other. They both hit some really solid shots there.
Man, banger pickleball is fun to watch. No one can deny that. Oh, And that ball is not coming back. We've got a score check here. I believe it's 19 or 20, 16? 19-16. Oh, not the shot Connor wants. 2016 match point to secure a spot in the main season. And a third into the net. Not the opportunity you want. Luckily they have a couple more, but let's see if Connor Lightfoot and his wife Lexi here can pose a comeback. Now, another game point for Jenny and Case. What I love about Connor and Lexi on the other side, though, is they're so scrappy. They stay alive and they keep themselves in the point. And that does it, folks. 21-17. Team Barrett takes the lead. And that will do it for the matchup tonight. Team Barron takes it 3-1. That was a good match.
Great pickleball.
That was good pickleball. So Team Barrett will claim their spot in the main season. What is that word? In the main draw. We're going to get a score check on these other matches and see what's going on with Team Adamson and Team Jacobson, and then we're going to get the heck out of here.
I think we wrap it up. I think we leave our viewers wanting.
Got to tune in next week, guys, to find out who are the final two teams. Okay, if you're still with us, we've got a really intense match over on court 15 between Team Adamson and Team Jacobson. I think it's somewhere in the 20s. Team Jacobson's team is now up. I think they're serving 22-21, 24-23. Looks like it's 23-22. Tense moments there with some line calls. Okay, so now Brennan with an overhead winner ties it up probably at 23s. No, looks like they're even. Keaton's volley clips the net. And dribbles down, and so they take that point. So I think we're serving evens now. It must be 22s. Oh, Keaton's drive goes into the net. So I think Brennan's team is now going up one, probably 25-24. And Brennan's team is up 2-1 in this matchup. So if they win this point, this is match point right now for a chance to play in the main draw. Oh, and Jackie hits an incredible drop that unfortunately Team Jacobson puts in the net. So Team Adamson pulls it out, and they get the dub. So Team Adamson will win that matchup 3-1. Team Adamson and Team Barrett will qualify for the main draw. The final two teams to seal their spot in the main draw. That'll make it 8 teams total. What a night we had of pickleball. A lot of really good teams. A lot of good matches. And we're finishing up tonight with, that incredible showdown there. So hats off to all the teams that participated in the Sundance League preseason. Really great to see the turnout. Really great to see a lot of new faces out here. Excited to bring you the live stream. Tune in next week for the first week of the Sundance League main draw. This is where the magic happens. I'm Connor Bernal. Joining me tonight was my beautiful wife, Jess Bernal, Clayton Boydston, Bryce Larson as well. Made some special appearances. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.